Now, two little bits to touch on. Yes, I've brought my hat backwards, and it's just so I can assist myself with making the thumbnail and seeing where the last episode started, where the last episode ended, and this one has started. And then the second thing, I didn't even mention Carl Laurie last time. Well, I mentioned him several times. I didn't come out here and we didn't check on him. So Carl Laurie, he's now played 8 games for Benfica. He's scored for them and he's got 2 assists. He's got a 7.33 rating, a 7.25 overall, which is off there behind my backwards hat face. And he's worth 1.8 million. And he's got a minimum release fee of 3.6 million, and he's going on my shortlist with only that amount. I'll buy him back. That won't stop me. That's barely more than you paid for him. So I'll just keep an eye on him. We are going into this game versus Liverpool, though, in 4 days. They're dominating the head-to-head against us, but they're not dominating against us this year because they're all the way back in 7th. To talk about something we discussed in the comments last time, there were 2 English teams in the Champions League this time around. There was Man United and then there was Liverpool, which is possibly why they're struggling. Newcastle have just won to bring themselves within 2 points of us. But in the Champions League, for the group stages, it's not even the top 2 that goes through. It's the group winner and then the top 2 best runners-up from all groups. So it's a brutal Champions League format. Solskjaer potentially off to Real Madrid. Why not? Like, how many players do you need? In terms of players for us, we do still have 14 million should we want it. So we've still got loads left over despite that little outlay on Cordoba. That has been one of the benefits of starting to trim off the fringe players now. I'm going to have a look at the squad. Everyone's got good fitness, so I'm pleased with that. Walsh is almost back. Jarman is out, but he's A, leaving, and he's B, someone who's not getting a look in at the minute. I'm going to leave this as is then. We're going to go in unchanged. We're at home. We're going to leave it on fast. Let's have a look at Liverpool first. Oh, they're playing defensive counter. Right, I'm going to change here. They're on hard pressing. They've got Kane and George behind Owen. They've got Pascal Saigal. I'm tempted to go to this from the off. I'm going to see how we get on. Do I regret this? Changing what's got us going? Or will it hopefully see us get only our 2nd win versus Liverpool? They've already got a booking. So that's good for us. Who was that? It was Tommy Doherty. And very little has happened so far. That's because both of us probably looking to sit back and counter. Are we going to get to halftime with no shots? Good save by Richard Wright. We've managed to get 45 minutes of keeping George quiet. There he is. He's still on a 7. Right. At least we know that's something we can do. I'm going to click it off now. We've shortened the game down that we have to contend. Straight away, Richard Wright's been forced into having to save a volley from Robbie Keane. We're doing nothing here. I hate this bloody tactic of theirs so much. Oh, normally when it says Owen has a dip, that results in a goal. I was talking about this last time, that we've not used it in a while. We are going to this. And I'm going to do that, this, and that. And this. Counter-attack. Right, let me have a check of my team. So Scally can do wing back. Holland is going to drop in there. I've done something wrong there. There we go. So I'm going to leave Keats and Lundberg as the pair. So we've got Cordoba, Warwick, Holland now back at right centre-back. I'm going to bring Risso on for Kone. I'm going to see, can we at least get a shot? Did that just say that he was unmarked? That better not have been George O'Callaghan. I wonder how he's doing this year. He's going to score past us now, I've said that, isn't he? And we are still doing nothing. This, I'm like, what can we do against this? This stupid formation. I'm going to drop someone further back. Let's bring Gerrard on. Let's give that a try. Right, Hartson's not having his best day, is he? I'm not going to take off Trev. We're going to go with an extra man in the midfield. Let's put them like that. Let's tell Lundberg to push on. We've gone to short. We've changed tactics like 4 times. And there we go. Looks like we've had a header on target. Or at the... We've had a header at least. Yes, it's finally counted. So that, maybe we need to start packing the midfield when we play against these guys. It's annoying that there's still so much trouble for us and still so much work for us, despite the fact that we're having such a better season. And I think we're out of subs, aren't we? Oh, Gerrard has a go. I was thinking, God, if he could just come on. Right, we've got 1 sub left. Tell you what, let's bring Phillips on for the last 5. Benjamin with a rare blind. He'll be like, what's happening? Why haven't I scored? I didn't know that could happen in the Premier League. Straight at the top corner from Longberg, but it's gone over. I don't know how it's straight at the top corner. It's finished 0-0. It's not a terrible result for us in terms of the strength of their squad. Marek Shimids, can still not say that, has been the man of the match. The best young fullback in the country now that the other one had to leave. But look at this, we've kept him relatively quiet and he's still got an 8. 4 goals, 4 assists, 6.83 rating, 6.94 all competitions. Played all 6 of their Champions League games for them. He's still only 24. We've got potentially years left of having to worry about him. Robbie Keane is really slowed down as well. He's still got some great... He's only 23 as well. This doesn't make any sense to my brain. So that has not brought us any closer to Man United, really. Well, it's brought us I love saying stuff like that and then realising, well, pedantically, it's brought us 1 point closer. But United will just win that game, and then they've opened up an actual gap on us. But we have got a little 3-point buffer over Newcastle. So this is our goal now, to keep ahead of Man United. Man United playing there in the Champions League still, and Midgley is now back at the club after a terrible loan at Stenhousemuir. So Man United are probably not going to be playing this week, that game in hand, due to still being in Europe. Benfica have signed Andy Cole. Benfica are building an insane team, really. They've still got Chris Sutton. Look, here he is. They've still got Mark Richards, who's now at Leicester. They've still got Dean Sturridge, Jerry O'Driscoll, Brian Hughes. So it's just like Matt Jansen. It's a bit like when you would manage in a different country on the game and then you realise you don't know anything about that country, so you just buy all the players from the Premiership that you know and remember. Look, Ekihog is there. Victor Bayer, obviously not from the Premiership, but I was like, what a keeper. Right, so we're going to leave it there for now. Let's just check this news. David Johnson out for a month. Michael Walsh is finally back. Solskjaer is off to Real Madrid. That's going to be happening at the end of the year. And I said we were going to finish, but let's have a look at history first. Jason Dezelle, still the most league goals for the club with 53. David Johnson is on 48, so he's still got a little bit of work to do. At the rate he's going at, he could get that this year if he comes back and he continues scoring once he gets back in the team, or if he gets back in the team.